Does running on concrete is different from asphalt for alignment? Not necessarily. So we're talking about different track surfaces as far as concrete versus asphalt. Definitely the grip level will change, and so obviously that has a flow-on effect to changing how you're doing your alignment and your setup properties. It is, to some extent, it is normal when you've got running on a different surface that you can have a balance shift. So what I mean by that is you may well have a slight understeer balance on an asphalt surface. Then you move to a concrete surface, and just because of the different way the tyre works in that different surface, it may well mean that one tyre ends up working on the other, ends up working slightly differently to the other at one end of the car. So you might have understeer on asphalt and slight oversteer on concrete. That's certainly not unusual. So in that case, you can definitely use different alignment settings to try and fix any balance problems that you have. It's not necessarily that moving from one surface to another, you'll definitely get a balance or grip change for that matter. It really depends a lot on the condition of the surface, the exact makeup of the aggregate, everything that's made up of the surface. Obviously, also depending on how tolerant your tyres are to dealing with different surfaces as well. Certainly some racetracks, like a great example of that is Sebring is a racetrack that's made up largely of huge concrete panels. It's an old runway compared to the conventional racetrack, which is usually made up of a special bitumen asphalt. You definitely end up with a balance shift running at a conventional racetrack to running somewhere like Sebring. That's an example where you definitely end up having the different alignment settings, but sort of at a base level, I wouldn't necessarily there's not sort of a fixed alignment change that you go from one surface to another. It really depends on your specific car, your specific tyre, and the specific track as well. But absolutely, it's something that you might need to look at. That question was taken from one of our free live lessons. If you like free stuff and you want to expand your knowledge, click the link in the description to claim your free spot to our next live lesson. You'll learn about optimizing the performance and handling of your car on the racetrack, as well as improving your skills behind the wheel. Plus, you'll have the chance to ask your own questions, which we'll be answering live.